Well, good evening. You can tell by me wearing the hat we're doing something gangster oriented, mob oriented. And tonight we are having just a minor gangster called John Dillinger. He was murdered, killed, maybe not, by the FBI back in 1934 on tonight's date in about 25 minutes. So we're going to go on and let's get this show on the road. Let's start it out and open the doorway because we are. Oh, one thing before we do that, got a surprise for Sean and Gwen at the last second. If they can find a portable hotspot, we'll go live to the alleyway. If not, we'll go on as planned by watching Richard Crowe's last John Dillinger event in 2011. Today's date, July 22nd, 2011. But if AJ finds a hotspot, we will go live to the alleyway. That's something to wait on. All right, let's go ahead and open the door on this puppy, please, Sean. All right, let's get out of this. As I've said a little bit ago, we could be interrupted anytime if my friend AJ finds a hotspot in that alleyway and do some filming. They are doing an event as I speak. They've been going at it since 7:30 at a bar across the street. Different one from where you're going to see in just a minute. And they've been having a few drinks, and they're going to walk to the biograph and walk down the alley and have a little ceremony in the alleyway. I'll get it live to you if they can get it live to me. Other than that, we'll just show what happened in 2011 with Richard Crowe. Let's go ahead and get started without much ado. Please put on the Manhattan melodrama, the big yellow thing. This is a bunch of public domain photos, so we shouldn't have a copyright issue. This was a movie John Dillinger was watching the night he was killed. That was toward the beginning of the movie. I remember what kids were in the Manhattan melodrama. And both the main characters' families were killed. This is back in the day when men were men and women loved them. Manhattan, that's the name of the song playing, Andrew Berman and his metronome band. So yes, that was the name of that song is Manhattan. Let's go ahead and according to this, the movie just ended. I about had it synced up to where they're watching the credits, etc., watching something after the movie. They were going to sit in the air conditioning as long as possible, and it's about 15 minutes before they walk out. So let's go ahead and go the Richard Crow's last video because AJ has not gotten to me. So we'll go live with him if we can. He comes in at the last second. It's a biograph here from across the street. Now, this video, at this point, I had not been drinking yet. This is outside the bar from across the street. How you doing?
Lincoln Station.
And then it's
That's it.
yeah.
We're inside the theater. This is taken inside the theater. This is footage copyrighted by me, and as far as I know, the only existing footage is inside of the biograph. I'm sure somebody they worked there while it was open. It closed during COVID, never reopened. When it was open at this time, they were showing not movies but plays. They had it listed up into about 7 different small theaters. But the snack bar here is in the same place when Dillinger walked by. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, how are you?
Doing fine. So are you in charge of the parade or part of the parade this
No, I'm going to be in it.
Oh, very nice.
I want to talk to Richard Crow.
What time does it start?
His program starts at 8.
Hey, perfect. That's the time our show?
He'll be doing his program over until about 10. Then we're going to march on the street, on the sidewalk down the alley
Very nice.
to where Dillinger got killed because this is the anniversary.
That's right. Today's the day.
What movie are you showing tonight?
We don't do movies anymore. We do live theater plays.
It would be really cool that if on the anniversary you showed the movie he was looking at.
Oh, yeah, Manhattan melodrama.
Yes.
We were told, well, of course, Daly's out now. But when we bought the place, Daly kind of made it, the city kind of made it a rule we weren't allowed to mention it
Right.
or do any marketing. Of course, we got the movie poster right next to the box office.
Yes.
So which money should I use to go?
Do we have any more? I know.
By the way, Sean, we're going to see more women tonight, and you can take a look at it.
Scotty Special Funds. It's nice and cool at the bar. Not yet. For ladies, yes.
If I ever win the lottery, I'm not going to tell anybody for a while, but there will be signs. Because I'd buy the biograph.
Here's
This
the
is
biograph.
outside.
Ticket office.
I am walking the final wall.
Very short walk.
And right there's the spot.
How's it going?
Keep the camera pointed down because I'm
This
trying
is
not
the
to
other
show
way.
people.
This is where he would have come out. Had he made it this far. Intersecting alleyways.
Just like it was back then. Had he made it
You
this
got
far to
another
get
alleyway,
lost
he'd
in the
had
crowd.
it made. But instead they caught him in the alleyway.
They had to shoot him on the sidewalk because he'd gotten all the way into this alley and through it and lost him in the crowd. It was too crowded to shoot him in the alley.
It makes me feeling a chill.
Yeah, I was
It's almost
feeling
90
it
degrees
still.
up here, and I'm feeling a chill.
It was over 90. Or right at 90.
Because I'm standing almost on the spot where he was killed.
He was shot originally about there in second somewhere. This is from the inside of the space Mark off the street in the show. Used to start with John Jones again. That is Richard Crowe in the background. Showing the guy how to hold the camera down. That is the great late Richard Crowe. Between the alleyway and this picture, I sat for 2.5 hours talking to Richard Crowe. 2.5 hours and about 4 or 5 drinks. So everybody you see in this video from now to it's over. That was having a good time. But everybody was at least 1 feet from me. Some of them were 2.
Come on, Capone.
I was hoping the camera moved me steady because it didn't have my drinking everywhere.
All right.
That is Richard Cross. Clear out of there.
Just turn it in so they went to press.
Hey, Sean, we should not have to pause. I think you picked up very well.
I know I didn't get all the guns.
Let her run.
This is like too close. Okay. There, much better, much better. Much better. Oh yeah, we can eat here. 1, 2, 3. There, that's better. Okay, sure. Otherwise you can't get the whole gun.
See, it's fun to paranormal in Chicago. Running all over the place.
It's the same way it's just fire. It's great. We're just getting ready. We started
By the way, I did have this permission to record all this. Okay, here we are outside. We've all had another drink and now we're outside the station. Hello everybody, that was filmed with a full spectrum camera. Maybe the Ark in 2011. Here we go. Hope you like that, guys. You will notice that the teacher is below one eye. All needs a mascot with Africa.
77 years ago, at this very time, the movie Manhattan Drama was about to end. And John Dillinger would soon leave the theater, accompanied by his dates, Holly Hamilton, and the female Judas, his betrayer, the woman in red, and his stage. Unbeknownst to Dillinger, had been set up. The FBI was all around. When they saw the telltale red dress, they opened fire. Dillinger began to head to the alley, burst out from the theater, because he knew if he could get down the alley to Halsted Street, he could lose himself in the crowds, but you can't outrun a 45 caliber bullet. Hit by gunfire, he dropped next to a Chinese turnout. The patient was today, we estimate he got up. And we're going to be walking, and we're going to be recreating, if you will, the last footsteps of John Dillinger as we leave the front of the theater to proceed to the death spot. When we get to the death spot, there's more commentary, and we are going to have some very special activity there, which we do traditionally every year at this spot. All right. Are we all here? Okay.
People at home, you might want to put your headsets on, turn the volume up wide open.
The lady in red hair. She's here. She's here. The lady in red hair. It's her. Weather conditions tonight are pretty much Ham's the beer refreshing. Yes. Dillinger. Thank you for the space. Every July 22nd. Yeah. And I learned all about the ghost of the newest race in the running to race. What a decade. What has taken us, however, pretty crazy background. What do you think so far? Yeah. John Dillinger's ghost is segmented from an apparition that you can see in a postcard, one that you can see. That's what happens here. Tonight, we get a chilling.
And remember, as we speak, there is an event going on at this exact same place at this exact same time.
I've been hearing that story for many years. Then was in 2001, on the anniversary, and I was here with Jackie Thompson, Chicago City reporter, and my friend Alvin Fordwell, who was the nice three of us are here just about now. And as we were here at that time, that Crow. Richard Crow. That light over him went out. By the way, he's been out for a number of years. Because we have no more money to get the structure of Chicago folklore. Light went out right at 10:30. The approximate time to go to breathe the light. Light comes out. And coincidentally, but we have a game right here at Children of Our Time. Waiting for children to cover her head. We all experience the very same thing, the very same moment, I believe, contact by the spirit of God. Now, we've got more than 100 people. We've got 100 copies of Amazing Grace. Everybody, if you don't mind talking to us, you don't have one to share. And we are going to be playing traditional song Amazing Grace was written by John. From an old church, or is that a black picture? You fish. And
could hear. Yeah. It's right here. I could hear quite a bit.
Yeah, it's very slight grass. Christmas roast there, which is absent summer steam. Straight to the main, rev up here. Everyone got their notes, passed up the lyrics to Days and Rays.
He is. They're like, oh, here they come.
He did the back pipe. They got to pull up the back. He's doing a little self-improvement right now. Good way, you know, it's an American way.
Okay.
I bumped into you. All right, you guys got your copies? Everyone else got the copies?
This is not the Elvis Presley version.
Ooh, I got a ghost story. This is my grandma. There's my ghost story. Look at that. Take a look.
The bagpipes is going to be more like Ralph the Con version.
I got a ghost story.
Grab the job.
Here it goes.
He passed out during all this time copies of the song Amazing Grace. Here you get the privilege of hearing a bunch of drunk people singing.
It's pretty cold in this weather. They really do.
From the top. I got a couple of rope shots.
I think we're off. Someone's on a tune. That would be
Those ladies in red just give you a number. No one. I mean, what?
This is precise death spot right here. We're now going to offer John Dillinger a hand beer.
Here, Richard Grove Ford, the beer, right where Dillinger fell.
Remember, Dillinger 1934. Prohibition was ended. Democrats gave us our drinks back. Democrats gave us anything, but all right, everybody. Okay, now.
We're not done yet, folks.
We are wrapping up the ceremony right here, but it's not over because we still have Lady in Red contest. By the way, this year we have some great gifts. We have a number of gift certificates to my events. Okay. But we also have a ruby mounted in silver with a 20 20-inch silver chain donated by Neil Trickle, famous Dillinger collector, who had John Dillinger's car until he sold it to the National Crime Museum. So let's move to the front of the alley.
Front of the alley,
Get our ladies
okay.
in red in order, and we'll have a applause contest.
All right.
First lady in red.
Awesome. Ladies in red. Right back. Come on, ladies.
Here come the ladies, Sean. If he's still around.
It's all about it. It's all about that. The same way. Doesn't have fire.
I apologize for the butt shot.
Ladies in red, line up right here, please. You're in the contest, line up right here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 ladies in red. All right. Very carefully. Your applause will bring us the winner. First lady in red. Second lady in red. Next lady in red. All right, we're down to 3. Down to 3. That's everybody. Listen carefully. Down to 3 right now. This lady in red. This lady in red. This lady in red. Okay, it's close. It's close. That's close. Yeah, come together, girl. It's not one of those contests. All right. All right. This lady in red. This lady in red. Let's go close. One more time. Pat, I want you to be a tiebreaker of this, okay? Lady in red. Somebody's right in my ear. This lady in red. This lady? What's your name? Laura, you're the winner. She gets the whole outfit. Okay. Thank you, everybody.
You see the Lincoln Station in the background. It burned down a few years ago. They're supposedly in the process of rebuilding it.
The Lincoln Station allows us to use their facility for the staging area. Treat them kindly. And I want you all to remember our pipers. Yeah. Pat, can we pass a hat here for the pipers for a minute? Okay. All right, everybody. Please be kind enough to pay the piper.
For the paper.
For the pipers.
For the paper.
And then I'll meet you back in the Lincoln Station.
Richard.
Good video.
Yeah.
I was right behind you.
Good.
A little bit different here.
Yeah. You know what? I've got one of these too.
Full spectrums.
Yeah.
I got the whole thing in full spectrum. What do you do with yours?
I just put them on, transfer them onto the DVD or whatever.
I mean, you ghost hunt with it or what?
No.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I do it like for myself and archiving the event or whatever, and I'm gonna give Richard a copy event.
Okay. It was cranked up. I'm about to cross the street again. What happened? I got distracted. Good looking lady in a short dress carrying pizzas. I got distracted.
I'm sorry, the camera got distracted.
What?
The camera got distracted there.
Little do we know, of course, that's the end of that. We can go back. Yeah, there we go. Had me back on full screen. We did not know at that time that Richard Crowe only had slightly less than 11 months to live. He died on June the 6th, 2012. And the same pipers that played for you on this video played at his funeral. So this is kind of an emotional thing for me. Remember the fun. Very few people ever got to spend 2.5 hours one-on-one with Richard Crowe unless they were interviewing him. Richard Crowe dominated the paranormal in the 60s and 70s. He came up doing radio shows, real radio, not a so-called radio station in the basement or something like that. This is real major radio stations in Chicago, and was on TV on one of the main network channels several times through the 60s and 70s into the 80s. So these videos that I've got of him, it's kind of his story. There were several people other. You heard me talking to one guy. He just archived his. He made a copy on a CD and just kept them in his archives. There was somebody filming for Richard Crowe. I imagine they're in his archives. As far as I know, nobody shows these videos on a regular basis as I do. I'm sorry, AJ apparently could not find a hot spot, so he never got back. Facebook is still open, but it's long past now. And now they were him, AJ, and AJ True Crime and Tony Zabiskie were having an event tonight along about the same time. They're probably breaking up right now as we speak. He's trying to recreate the events that Richard Crowe did for several years. Other people have tried it. They did it for 3 or 4 years, and the crowd faded away. You can't replace Richard Crowe as far as entertainment value goes. I was privileged enough to get his permission to film a video of the whole thing. So I show it on John Dillinger's murder day as respect and to honor the great late Richard Crowe, who started the paranormal in Chicago. If there was no Richard Crowe, there was probably not going to be an Ursula Belsky. There was not going to be a Dale Kaczmarek. There probably would not have been a Greg Koss without Richard Crowe. And without those people, there would not have been me. So I actually owe Richard Crowe thanks for everything I do the rest of my life in the paranormal, which includes, if you'll throw up the picture of me and Gail that Gwen did. Hello? 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 There we go. Gwen Johns did this on AI. That's Gail and I on our way down to New Orleans, and we will be on our way on this coming Saturday. We're going to arrive in Pittsburgh after about 2.5 hours travel time, and then we want to stay there for 2 nights, looking at the military cemetery, some Civil War cemetery there, the Civil War Park, and Sunday be touring the Ironclad, the USS Cairo that is there in Pittsburgh. And then Monday afternoon, we will arrive in New Orleans and probably take it easy Monday night. But then Tuesday, we're going to start doing some things. Thursday, we'll probably catch a little cruise down the river into the battlefield. Yes, the Battle of New Orleans. And we're going to take a little trip along with Colonel Jackson down the mighty Mississippi, down to a town in New Orleans. And we're going to go to the battlefield for about an hour. Be a guided tour, really quick guided tour. And I'm trying to, you heard me on, you will hear me on the show that's to be seen. Well, it's not 12 o'clock yet. Tomorrow night, I will be talking to the guest, and she said it would be nice for Christopher Talley to get the battlefield in on his Paracon next June, and she would be glad to lead the investigation since she has done some history on the battlefield. So if you want to know more details of who my guest is, tune in tomorrow night, the usual time, 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central, and you will hear some possible plans for next year's New Orleans Paracon being made. But you just got to talk to Christopher about it. Now, if you'll throw up those pictures, ILCH and the max res default pictures, this is what the alleyway looks like today. Since 2011, they have painted this beautiful mural right there where he fell. And go ahead and put the other one up, please. This is what it looks like from another angle. And you see the headlines there. And the question, does John Dillinger's ghost still haunt this alleyway? I have not heard about a confirmed sighting in several years. The bricks are still there. It is the original bricks on each side of the alley. It's probably not the original telephone pole, but there was a telephone pole in that proximity when Dillinger was shot. The concrete's been changed. It's been asphalted. But the bricks there you're looking at are the same. He'd run down the shadow would run down the alley and fall and fade away. So there's not been a confirmed sighting of that for several decades. So you got to wonder if the bricks held the energy, and that energy has now faded away. So that is the question. AJ True Crime and Tony Zabisky are trying to answer that question. They take tours by here all the time, trying to keep the energy up and live in Richard Crow's shadow, trying to recreate what he did. They have a smaller following. Tony is very, very good tour guide. If you want to follow him, Tony Sabisky on Facebook, or I think he's got a YouTube channel, but mostly Facebook. He works for the top tour company in Chicago. He does tours to several of the top places. He's also been to New Orleans, Las Vegas, investigating a little bit out there. And he puts on a pretty good tour. So look him up. And if you're in the Chicago area and want to take a haunted tour, he's the company he works for will be glad to help you out. They bought their tour from Ursula Belsky. Ursula Belsky is retired now. And several other people that work this are retired now. Of that old crowd, I think that Dale is going to outlive all of us. I think he's older than I am. He's been paranormal since '73. So that kind of concludes what we're doing. I don't know who is producing right now, Sean or Gwen. Sean may be in bed. Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah. Gwen decided to go to bed?
Hang on, I'm screeching.
Yeah. I was about to say no shit, but
We got her.
there we go.
I'm here.
So how do you like that video, Gwen?
I like it.
Pretty cool.
It was.
Remember, the filming after dark was after I've been drinking about 3 hours.
Oh, Lord.
Come on, Lance.
The daytime video in the biograph, and walking down the alley, the little daytime video of the alley was done. I was sober. But the after dark video, inside the club, I've been drinking for about 2.5, 3 hours at that point.
Good grief, man.
They're going to be putting a mural up next to Dillinger's there on the wall.
Well, I was not driving. I did not own a car in Chicago. I actually hopped the trains after this event.
Oh my God.
Yes, I had to walk several blocks to a red line, jump the red line to the orange line, and then had to hop a bus home. I was really late getting home that night.
Wow.
It wasn't as long as when I was out with Amelia Cotter. Gwen, I don't know if you follow Amelia Cotter out of Chicago or not. She's a very nice lady. I'd recommend following her on Facebook. She's got several books out on the paranormal. She's had a show shown that was centered around New England area to keep transportation costs down, but it was only shown in Asia for several years. She had 3 seasons of a paranormal show.
Okay.
So this wasn't quite as late as when I went to Amelia's birthday party, which broke up at 3:00 in the morning.
Oh, that's early.
Is that early or late?
That's early for a birthday party sometime, don't you think?
3:00 in the morning?
Yeah.
When everybody had been drinking since 6?
That's a good party, man.
I found myself She walked out with her friend and her then boyfriend, and I realized I was caught with two women who were perfectly willing to take me back to their place.
Be careful what you
I,
say.
it,
Like I said,
I
you're
had
going to
to
end up
run.
as a mural next to Dillinger here on that wall.
I had to run out of that bar and catch back up with Amelia.
Were
But
you
she
married
left.
to your
She
wife
left.
that you have now?
Huh? Yeah.
You were married to Gail.
Yeah.
You know she's a power lifter. That's all I gotta say.
Glad knowing you, Len.
She let me go to a party. She knew it was crazy. So there were several times we were up at Amelia's house. So her and Amelia were friends. I was actually, for a very short time until we left to come down here, Amelia's photographer. She has since picked up a professional photographer to take her pictures.
Yeah, I do know that. I do know that and did know that. Yes, that part I knew.
Okay. So Amelia, she's a super person in the paranormal. She's got her job there. She is interested. Her and her husband are interested in coming down here to Monticello and buying the Allen House from the Spencers, but they've got to work in Chicago for a few more years to get up enough money.
Yeah,
That's a mansion.
So. Yeah.
So, but they were quite interested in doing that.
Oh, that's cool.
So, that was an interesting video. Like I said, the only people who had the honor of sitting with Richard Crowe 2.5 hours one-on-one was people interviewing him on the radio and TV. Here lately, there's been a lot of his TV broadcasts posted by Dale Kaczmarek and some of the others. So it's been kind of Richard Crowe's been kind of revitalized. Greg Koss loves watching these videos because he thought my camera work was excellent considering I was in the middle of a crowd.
Oh, well, that's, yeah.
And I guess it was outstanding camera work. Somebody had been drinking 3 hours.
Oh, that, yeah. You did. You pretty steady-handed drinking, Lenny.
And I got distracted by women. It's just all right there at the end.
No, you think?
It'd been funny if he started dancing a little bit.
I think he might have remembered that his wife was a power lifter. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. She
See,
might have been standing in the background getting ready to womp him.
I told you there was women all in this video, Sean.
Yeah, well.
One of the gals was actually dressed in orange. By the way, Sean, I did tell you last year that the lady in red was a very common dress back then.
Mm-hmm.
When Dillinger was killed. So it wasn't a lady in red, it was a lady in orange. They were looking for a lady in orange. The neons, there's not so much neon now. That's expensive. On the Biograph Theater marquee, but back in the day, it was all neon. And the neon lights
made
the orange dress look red. And it confused the FBI to start with, but then they got a better look at him. And even though it had some early plastic surgery, they did recognize him. And once she got out from under the marquee lights and under a street light, they could see that it was an orange dress. And they shot him in the back a couple of times, and one shot was a headshot that went out right below one of his eyes.
What a way to go.
Yeah. They were afraid that after the first shot, he was starting to go for his gun. So they shot him in the back. So that's early FBI stuff.
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh, yeah.
That's a video I love to show. I had an absolute ball doing it.
I bet you did.
I think it was 2:00 in the morning before I got home. That night when I was out with Amelia, we left at 3:00. It was about 4:30 when I got home. You could see the butt crack of dawn in the sky when I got home.
Wow.
Was she not standing there with a bat?
No, Gail is just what the shirt says on the back, the patient way.
Yeah, she has to be.
She might have had a pillowcase with some chloroform on it. Wait for him to come at the door. Knock his ass out when he walks in.
Oh my goodness.
But that was just a great time by me. It's one of the best times I had. It was just kind of sad when Richard Crowe died on just under 11 months.
Yeah.
Not quite 11 months. He died June 6th in 2012. He and I were in, of course, after this point, I joined the Westerners Club, which is just that. It was a club, national club. In fact, I think it's international, where they discuss Westerns and the West. And also joined a Civil War roundtable with him. The last things I talked about, somebody was talking about the speaker was talking about the West and mentioned my hometown. I said, okay, wait a minute. You're talking about my hometown. So you mind if I add a few things?
Yeah.
So I added some of the history of my hometown, which was in certain times the Wild Wild West.
Oh,
when in fact, during the Revolutionary War, Columbus was way out west.
Yeah.
Because Georgia was just a sliver between South Carolina, Augusta, and Savannah. That's about all Georgia was.
Oh, true.
Back then. And it kind of may have gone to Macon. Maybe. That was on the edge of the frontier, Macon, Georgia. Columbus was not even on the map. In fact, it was the last major city laid out by the British before the Revolutionary War. They were good. They say,
Mm-hmm.
they were developing it for the defense of Savannah, and which made absolutely no sense to be on the opposite side of the state, the current state.
Yeah.
An army could march around the Chattahoochee, south or north. You never would have known what was going on in Columbus and could have hit Savannah. Columbus was set up strictly, two reasons. It's right on a fall line.
Mm-hmm.
You got about a 6-8 foot drop, 10-foot drop there, which made a waterfall, which meant you could create power with some paddle wheels. And the second reason, it was sit there so you can do the Trail of Tears.
Yeah.
So you could put troops there and have people there, and it was there strictly to get the Native Americans out of Alabama and out of Georgia. And that's the dark side of my hometown, Columbus, Georgia. They don't broadcast that like you heard on there. Last I heard, they still will not allow the biograph to show a Manhattan melodrama. And of course, like I said during the video, you'll know when I win the lottery, because all of a sudden I'm in Chicago again and I'm buying the biograph, and I'll go downtown and put enough pressure on them to allow me to show Manhattan melodrama. Then I'd work with AJ and Tony and set up a whole big thing going down the alleyway again. Except people would come inside and sit in the biggest theater and watch Manhattan melodrama.
Yeah.
So you'll know when I win the lottery.
We'll know. There'll be signs, they say.
There'll be signs.
There'll be signs.
Plus, there's a heck of a beautiful house right now for sale in the French Quarter.
I bet there's always a few houses down there for sale.
Yeah, this particular one is really beautiful. It's quite old. It's selling for $525,000.
Oh, that's all?
That's all.
That's all.
Just $25,000 over $500,000.
Yeah, that's all. That's all.
So there would be signs. It's a beautiful house. I'll probably go down there and win the lottery and say, well, how much do you want for this?
I don't think I could live down there, because when they do have the bad weather, that would be rough. But
yeah. Well, New Orleans has a lot of problems. One of them is the Mississippi's trying to leave it. There is an artificial dam and dike system that's holding the Mississippi where it is.
Yep.
The Mississippi wants to change its channels. It does every now and then.
Yep.
and it's trying to change the position. And if it does go into its easier to flow area, but it leaves both Baton Rouge and New Orleans high and dry. At most, they'd have a bayou sitting there running in it.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
Yeah, which changes everything. And we'd have to move all of our shipping stuff from the New Orleans area over to a new area and build it's not so much a city, but we got to build a port. Because New
Yeah.
Orleans, people with New York argue with me, but sometimes New Orleans has more traffic than New York. New Orleans is always, year after year, the top 15 tonnage in ports. New
Right.
York is usually in the top 5. They have dropped down as low as still in the 20s, but they dropped down to 17 and 18. And New Orleans floats around from 15 to about 8 in tonnage, because you got everything in the Midwest. You got corn, wheat, all the stuff coming down from Illinois and Indiana that are being exported. Because you remember during our summer, South America's in winter. We feed them.
That's right.
And the opposite comes true. During our winter, it's their summer, they feed us. So you have a tremendous tonnage of food going up and down, and it's got to be transferred from a ocean-going ship to a barge to go to St. Louis and Memphis and eventually to Chicago to be distributed, either picking up stuff or taking stuff there.
Yeah, Chicago, Lord. Chicago.
So many bad memories.
No, it's not. Honestly, it's hilarious. We always tell the stories of how I get trapped there. And Sean has a theory, but I do. I've gotten trapped there twice.
Yeah. I lived there for 14 years. That's where I kind of really went public with me and the paranormal.
Yeah.
And this event you saw tonight was one of them.
Yeah.
I absolutely had a ball doing this. And that's why I'm looking forward to the show. I don't know if Sean heard about this, but we're trying to get where my show next week is a live show with a studio audience.
Yeah, we're trying. I got to work on that. I've got to work on that. But
I've got to get New Orleans and work on that. Figure out if we're doing it in a room or because it's a long walk to get to Vampire Authentica from the hotel.
Authentica? What is it? Voodoo Authentica? Isn't it Voodoo Authentica?
I think it's Voodoo Authentica.
Yeah.
That's a long walk. In fact, Gail's already said she's not even going to try it, and I probably shouldn't. With my, I had to have two pain-killing shots today to kill a pain I've had in just above my hip.
Well, we don't want you getting sick, Lenny, but
yeah, it's pain that's keeping me down. So we will have to find a ride there if we don't do anything but just get on one of the trikes and have a college team pedal us up there.
Yeah.
Or if we have it back at the hotel and if they'll give us a conference room, which we asked Chris, they probably would. Chris kind of wanted a band in there. So if we get a room at the if we get a conference room at the hotel, I don't see if I can round up a band that'll work on tips.
Okay.
And then I do all night long. I do my best Johnny Carson.
Oh my goodness, you're so funny. You are funny. Well, the thing is, we have to. I'm not exactly sure what time we're going to get down there. So we may end up doing what laughingly is called the Hollywood Squares sometimes, like we're doing right now. We may end up having to do that. They can do it from Voodoo Authentica, and then we can do it from the hotel. And I'm not even sure if I'm going to be there yet. So
you should be there by 8:30 Thursday night.
I don't know. I mean, I may. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know for sure. That's what I'm saying, but we'll figure it out. So you guys, We need to get closed off because I got some packing to do.
All right, let's go ahead and wind it up. Let's since we're talking about Voodoo Authentica, who has a real vampire working there,
Mm-hmm.
and the guest tomorrow night. We talked about vampires most of the show that we recorded that everybody will see tomorrow night.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and end this by playing the bat video and then my exit video.
All right, here we go.
All right, we back to you. Sold out. Sorry.
夜明けが迫り来る招かさる感情真空の逆流に私は酔いしれた心臓から
I appreciate everybody watching tonight. Thank you very much. Come and see me tomorrow night on the recorded show at the regular time. 9:30 Eastern, 2:30 Central. A good recording. Got some great information from the guest.